This is Excalibur of Excalibur's Own Gaming, and I thought I would share with you how I do my random giveaways. You've seen a couple of the details. Maybe you've seen some of the videos I've done. Well, in this case, I'll go ahead and I'm going to do a sample giveaway and show you the stuff that I use within Excel to produce a random result. This was the results of a giveaway that I did for Cartoon Network Flux for my membership drive giveaway. It went live at 100 and didn't go much above 150 in the amount of time that I allotted, so that's where the giveaway ended anyway. I'll probably do more giveaways in the future, but not a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those. What we're going to do is we're going to get a couple of bits of information. We can ignore that number. That number is just the total number of YouTube subscribers according to YouTube. I think there are people who can subscribe that are hidden, but I'm not sure. What you're going to want to do is set up a column that has all of your subscribers in it. That's all you really need to care about. And you find out the total number. And what I've done is I've just put a counter on the side, and as I get subscribers, I go ahead and add the number down at the bottom of the new subscriber down there. So we have 150. What we want is, one, we want to be able to randomly generate a number, and two, we want to be able to do it fairly well, not just like the very first one that we get. We want to go ahead and generate the number several times. So what I've done is I've hidden the ribbon. So if you're using this version of Excel or whatever, you can easily hide the ribbon just by clicking down here, minimize the ribbon. And on my screen, that gives me 45 and a little bit of 46. If I scroll down to 46, watch what happens. It'll start scrolling. We don't want that to happen. So instead, what we do is we look at the last one that keeps from scrolling, and that's 45. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a simple formula. And it's going to be equal RANDBETWEEN, and the bottom is going to be 1, and the top is going to be 45. There we go. So now what will happen is this will give us a number between 1 and 45 inclusive. So it'll go from this column 1 to this, this row 1 to this row 45. And you activate it by changing the cell next to it, or its cell, or something like that. Anywhere where you can just click up here and hit enter, or you can hit F5. Generally, now there's a way to refresh the data. I think it's under formulas. Calculate now should have, it's F9. There you go. So you hit F9, formulas, and it's not doing it. So what you do is you just find a cell, click in it, hit enter, and it'll update all the cells. You can see that this number's changing, that number's changing, that number's changing. We'll do it again. And it did it again. So now we have a number generator from 1 to 45. And this is just a number of times that number of rows we're going to go down with this next one. Like I said, we have 150. We're going to do RANDBETWEEN 1 and 150. And hit enter. And that will give us a random person from here to here. Now if you want to have that result, let's see here. We go down and we'll say that 44 is the one we want. So we go down to 44, which is about here, right there. And when you let go, you'll see that it's highlighted there. And you'll see 128 is a number. So you can scroll down to 128 and you'll see 128 is Mr. Glue for me. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit Control Z. And we're going to hit enter in here. And then we're going to go down to 33. And 33 is about right here. And that's number 30. So we look at number 30 and we have Liana View. Alright, we'll do this one more time. In here, enter, boom. And then you can just scroll down and we'll see 64 is what starts. We have to go down to 19, which is about right here. Oh, that's 18, 19. And that moved it. There we go, 19. And that's going to be number 14, which is right here, Tim Stevens. So you can do it that way. You can also set it up so that equals indirect and the reference text. Reference text, we want an address, and I forget exactly how to do this. Let me go over to my Friday fights, which is right here. Go to the top, and here's our fights. We've got a couple of indirects, and we're going to grab this indirect within these parentheses right here, and we're going to go back to the YouTube. Now this is going to equal indirect, and we can get rid of this here. Indirect address, and this is I1 comma 3. Now the problem with this is that we're looking at I1 and we actually want B3 instead, so we'll say we want B3. So I1, that's right here, that's going to tell you the number we're looking for. And what we want to do is stop on this space here, so you'll have to build an address. So we want, instead of I1, which is always going to be that, we want the one next to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click here and then hit enter. Now that's fine, and we want our column, which is going to be 2, enter. There we go. So if we take a look at 133, it should be buffalo chip or very close to it. 133 is buffalo chip, but we need to go one more. So click in here, and row num comma column num. So the row num, that's what the address is looking for. We're looking for row num plus 1. So 100, it says Alice Moore. If we go down here, 100, Alice Moore. She is my 100th that I could calculate. Follow her on YouTube. She gets a statue in World. So what you can do now is we'll go ahead and delete these. And we're going to go in here, hit enter. And then we're going to drag this down. We're going to go down to 12. Which is about right there. 90, Jason Hancock. 90, Jason Hancock. So we now have a way to actually look at who won, instead of having to scroll down here. So all you really need is you need a way to generate a bunch of random numbers, preferably what you see on screen, and then you scroll this down that number. So we're going to go ahead and delete these. So update, and we'll say 25. We'll select those, and then we'll grab this and go down to 25, which is here. And then you look at the very last one, and that is the person that won. And that's James Harefield, which is 84. And we're going to double check that 84. Yep, James Harefield. And you can go through and you find really low numbers like Roots the RC, which is number 9. Come up here, Roots the RC, so you can double check your work. And that's how I generate my random names here. And that's how I got Rainbow Crew and then Robbie 49er. Now, this one, I actually used this range here because only 10 people entered the contest, and I had to eliminate one because they did not reply. And then this one, it has not replied yet. They have until the 22nd. So 2 more days before Robbie 49er is struck, and then I choose from the top 8. If we look here, it's a top 9, 1 through 9. It was 1 through 10. And then this here does 1 through 45 again. So I generate the 1 through 45, scroll down, and choose the person out of this. So this way, you can choose a random number out of everything. And if you took this indirect right here and put it here, so let's say we wanted to do that. We're going to copy that. We're going to hit escape, click here, Control V, and we're going to make sure that we're pointing at G1. And we don't have to have the +1 because all the names are in the same column on a per row basis. So, and we have to make sure that we are pointed at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the column. It's a 1 based column, not a 0 based. So there we go. It says value equals indirect address G1. Sorry. It's going to be 1 over H1. No, EF1, sorry. I can do alphabet. So if I wanted to do this, I'd go down to 35. Let's go down to 35. Right about here. And it says value, 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 value. And why is it saying that? Because this here doesn't exist for some reason. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that this number never goes above 9 when it shouldn't. So let's see here. Why isn't it doing that? Because we're not doing J instead of F. That's what it has to be. So we'll copy this and we'll hit escape and hit Control Z, 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 so that we can click in here and change that to J. Because J is giving us the number, and it should be J1, not J11. There we go. And we'll go down to 10. There we go. I think I've got it fixed. So go down to 10. And then you'll see it goes, every time it says 1, it's going to say Kyothon. Every time it says 7, it's going to say DLDR, 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 DLDR. So it's not going to go above 8 or 9, sorry. In this case, we never got above 9. But we can scroll down farther and you'll see 9 pops up here and there. You won't see 10 because we're not going random between 10. You'll see 1 pop up. Excuse me, man. Being sick sucks. So that's it in a nutshell. Feel free to copy these formulas. You can pause at any time to see them. I'll show you this. There's a formula for the indirect. Remember, this is a column you want to pull the number of the row you want from. So in this case, you want 8. And in here is the column, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the name. This here is the number, maximum number here. And this here is the maximum number of rows you want to scroll down. And 45 is the largest on my screen. That's all there is to see. Feel free to use it. If you want, I can put a simple Excel spreadsheet up, but I don't think you really need it. I can copy and paste the formulas and put it in the description, and I think that's what I'll do. Until next time, enjoy playing games. Enjoy your giveaways and random number generation. This is the easiest I've found. Please like, favorite, and subscribe because I can give you more tutorials like this. I can give you more games, of course, and a whole bunch of other things. If you like to see how things work behind the scenes, I'm more than happy to do more of those. If you could visit www.patreon.com/ExcaliburZone and donate merely $1 a month, less than a soda, you'll be helping me and a bunch of other people because 1/2 of all my net proceeds go to charity. And that $1 a month really helps, and it's not much out of pocket. As always, this is Excalibur, and I am out.